Good evening, one and all. Welcome to another 11 Mile Sessions Live. I am live. The performance at 7 is going to be live. Stay tuned for Vince Smith, otherwise known as Motown Vinny. He's going to entertain us with his music. We're going to sit and chat, hang out, have a good time. And that'll come at 7. We're not going to do videos this week, mostly because this is Memorial Day weekend and this is Movement Festival weekend. If you really are from around here and are paying any kind of attention, you understand what that means, even if you're not going. That's not to say there's not a lot of great shows to see out there, the local shows, but the list is pretty small. So go out and support them if you can. But otherwise, we thought it would be better to rebroadcast one of the live performances that we think is one of the better ones. Not that they're all not great, but this is one I think you'll enjoy, and it's been long enough that maybe you either missed it, or if you did check it out, you might want to check it out again. Kings of Strings, a great band. I've booked them more than once. Of course, they've been on this show. I highly recommend going out to see them. They did a live performance back in September 26th of last year. I haven't seen the last of them. I'm sure we're going to get them on here again the next time they got a release. I'm sure I'll book them at another Corktown Music Fest or whatever. But the long and short of it is I'm going to shut up now, relax. I'm going to enjoy this one with you. And stick around, and at 7 o'clock, I'll be live with Vince. So without further ado, this is the band Kings of Strings, pre-recorded and for your viewing and listening pleasure. Okay, we have fun anyway. All right, so you were telling me before we started you'd like to begin with a couple of songs back to back. What would you like to do there?
So we've got 2 originals off of our new album, Memento, we just put out within the last year. Disapproval and No Time.
All right, take it away.
Passion
original off the same album called No Time.
Wouldn't be live if I didn't break a string, right?
That's why you have 5 guitars behind you.
Exactly.
All right, I guess we could talk for a moment.
Yeah, well, might as well.
Let's
Yeah.
talk. Jake's quick with it.
Nothing ever goes as planned, you
He
know.
has had a pretty record-breaking string change. We did, what was it, Old Miami?
Yeah, we're going to break it right now.
Yeah, all right, we're going to break the record. Less than, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes?
Before the first song's over with, it's all over.
Yeah, we made it to the first one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. All right, so the Kings of Strings. How long have you guys been doing this as that band name?
So
I
we've
joined
been
late.
doing this since about 2016. We all
Wow.
met in high school. We were all high school friends, and we met at Divine Child High School. Jake and I started the band. Aaron and Noah joined a little bit later. This is our third iteration of the band. We had 2 previous members that had to leave.
Previous singer and a previous drummer.
Singer and drummer.
Okay.
We've had this iteration for about a year and a half now.
Yeah, since April 22 was when I joined, and then Noah, when did you join again?
2 years.
2019.
So that was
So-
probably around the time I came across you guys, probably a year and a
Yeah.
half ago, approximately. Give or
About
take.
right,
About
yeah.
then,
Yeah, okay. All right. So, yeah, things happen. I know sometimes you lose members even for, like, good reasons, you know. Personal, you know, family, jobs, you name it, you know.
It happens.
Life happens.
Or you just, you know, you don't get together like a family because you almost have to be a family if you're going to be a band.
When we're around
It's a
each
lot of
other as much as
commitment,
we
yeah.
are, then yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely are around each other a lot. that's for
Well,
sure.
you could take the good with the bad, you know.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can laugh together, have fun together, and then sometimes you're pain in the asses to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're okay with it.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
It wouldn't be a family if we weren't pain in the asses to each other.
That is true. That is true.
So that's both of them are from the new release?
Yeah, yep. So the new album, it's called Memento.
Okay.
Got this one, and then quite a few others off of it that we're gonna do, and then some from our self-titled album that we released a couple years back. But
Okay. So Memento, is that available on anything physical or just digital?
Spotify,
Or the-
Apple Music, yeah.
The usual
The usual streaming services.
the
yeah.
usual greedy corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're on Deezer, so. I'm just-
Oh, well, that changes
Gotta
everything.
have that.
What the fuck is that?
You tell me.
Exactly.
We're on.
It's indie. Nobody knows about it.
Hey,
See?
See? So it must be okay if we're
it
on
must
it.
be all right.
It's like an insider type of thing.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
That's
Exactly.
how it goes.
So if I didn't do too many drugs when I was younger, actually I did, but so is this 2 left-handers? Is that what I'm seeing there?
That's true.
Two
Yep.
left-handers, yep.
Sober or not, it's still 2 lefties.
I'm glad when that happens. I still got a few brain cells left. Thank God.
For now.
I keep trying to destroy the rest of them, but
Give
somehow
us an hour.
Very strong.
this is true. All right, so are we ready, sir?
Record time, maybe?
That was pretty quick.
I don't
It
know.
was in the.
It's
within a
close.
couple
It was
minutes of
close.
it.
Hey, you know, the way I look at it, get the hard part out of the way at the beginning. The rest is
That just
piece
means that, the rest is going to be great.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
All right, what would you like to do for us now?
We're going to hit you with same album, second song. This one's No Time.
purpose on the line. Not going down without a fight. Not too short to sit around. Let's go and take apart this town. Start the car up and we'll go for a drive. I'm in, baby, 'cause we got no time.
All right. So, now that we're back to normal, we go around the room, introduce ourselves, starting with you, sir.
Yeah, so I was the guy that broke his string. I'm Jacob St. Pierre. I do lead guitar and backup vocals, and I co-founded the band with a longtime friend of mine, Luke Parada.
Okay.
The baby of the band, also the only ginger they decided to pick up. Joined in April 22. My name's Aaron Weissman. I'm from Redford, Livonia area.
Ah, okay.
Play-
I spent about 20 years in Redford.
That's about what I spent too. Now I'm in
That's
West
all you can
Bloomfield,
take.
but-
I mean, you can take no more.
Oh yeah. But I do lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
All right, so we got to have diversity. We have to have a ginger. You know.
that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Gotta have one. I think you're gonna say it's diverse because he does solos on the guitar too.
Well, you know.
Yeah, you do some lead,
Sometimes.
but yeah, I guess there's diversity there too. So
This is true. All right, and you?
My name is Luke Parada. I'm from Dearborn, and I play bass and I sing sometimes. Sometimes.
When they let you.
When they let me, yeah.
We'll let 'em a little bit
It's a
later.
rare occasion, but you know, sometimes.
You have to pay him extra. you know.
I gotta pay. I'm really trying to fight for more, though. You know,
What's your fight? What do you got? 2, 3?
I got about like 2. Trying to aim for about like 50, but
More
you
than
know.
one.
More than one, yeah.
That's what they keep telling you, right?
That's what they're telling me. Yeah.
Well, I'm rooting for you.
I guess I'm gonna have to wait for Christmas.
Get a song every Christmas.
I hate to tell you, but Santa doesn't exist, Luke.
What? No.
Oops.
we're waiting until he turned 10.
All right, I'm gonna have to maintain my composure for the rest
all
of this.
right.
That's kind of mind
We
blowing.
gotta go.
Yeah, I know.
That's-
I was a psychologist before this, so I can give you therapy if you
Oh,
need it.
that'd be perfect. If you're willing to stick around a little bit till after this.
Sure.
Okay.
sure.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. That's okay. Oof, that's tough.
You can sing?
I could sing still. That'll add a little bit more emphasis to what I'm about to say. Sure.
All right, and last but not least,
Hi, my name is Noah Wojcik. I play the drums in the King of the Strings. I've been playing the drums for about 10 years now, as well as I played guitar and bass before I switched to drums. But drums has always been just my calling.
Mhm.
Like when I was asked to join the King of Strings, like it was an easy decision for me. It's just been such a fun ride the past 5 years.
okay. So did you start out on drums, or?
Like the first instrument I ever learned how to play was bass.
Oh,
And like so, I took bass lessons for a while, then took guitar lessons. Like got a little bit bored with bass, and then I never took any drum lessons previously. But we had no drum kit in my house, so I was able just to set it up. And like, before I was old enough to even drive and like go get drumsticks, I would use spatulas and stuff, like wooden spoons to play drums and stuff.
oh, so your parents loved you, didn't they?
No, they actually did, and like Alaska records were made in my parents' basement.
oh,
home record and like produce our own stuff and like up until Luke moved into his own house, like we pretty much practiced there pretty much at least once a week for 6 years, at least around there.
so you took your time. Huh? All right. So basically, at the end of the day, though, you found that you're really good at rhythm then,
Yeah,
when all was said and done.
yeah, absolutely.
Noah actually helped me learn drums a lot too. Just because we had a second group for a while. We have a song about that, so we'll get to that. But
Sure.
yeah, Noah's got the multi-instrumentalist thing. I play a few things too, but yeah, he's been at it for a long time. He's very, very astute.
Yeah, I could do anything on strings. I mean, I don't play anymore, but you know, anything that had strings on it, I could pick it up and do it. But I just couldn't do that multitasking with the drums. I just never could get that wrapped around what little brain I have.
Same boat.
It's one of those things. It's interesting. You either have that brain, you know, type of thinking, or you don't. That's I took psychology, so
That's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
but there's nothing wrong with either side. I mean, you know.
Oh, no. That's what makes everybody unique.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the music.
All right.
Let's go.
I'll give you guys another original. We call this one No Shame. This one actually appeared on Channel 4. So,
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
Then Jason Carr has a Facebook, show that he does, and we were on there too.
Is that in the morning or?
I believe it's in the morning, like Sunday mornings.
Morning.
Oh. So I'll never see it then.
It's on YouTube.
Well, that I could do.
That is true. But yeah, this one we call No Shame. Gotta get through me. It seems easy, oh, but it won't be. I know best, better trust me, I do. I will show you what you should do. It's because my life is late and you're all to blame. Cause you're all insane and I put you all to shame. It's cause my life is late and you're all to blame. Cause you're all insane and I just won't take the shame no more. Take it back now you don't mean that. I am just a needle in a haystack. Yeah, I know you think that you're better than me. Give it to me, I will show you. It's because my life is lame and you're all to blame. Cause you're all insane and I put you all to shame. It's cause my life is lame and you're all to blame. Cause you're all insane and I just won't take the shame no more now. Well, life is so boring. Why don't you tell me another story? Yeah, you get up, you shut up, you're not up, you take it down, let's take it back now. That's the game they call life. You run around, you take it down, you go on and take it back now. You don't know what you should do, it's because my life is lame and you're all to blame. Cause you're all insane and I'll put you all to shame. It's cause my life is lame. We wanna blame, I know that's all I can say. And I just won't take the shame no more, no. Give it to me. Here we go.
Yeah.
No break.
All right.
Oh, still here.
Oh, didn't break this
No, it
time.
did not
You're
break.
gonna curse yourself.
I bet the
Don't
snot out of it.
say
Well, I feel like if I say it, maybe knock on wood.
Knock on that wall behind you.
knock on
This is
wood.
made of wood.
Oh, okay. Well, then you're
So is
covered.
your.
Usually
so
when
is
you
your
knock
base.
on wood, you're supposed to do this.
Oh. Well, it depends on the head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Luke, come here.
Okay. All right. What was I gonna say? I lost my track of what I was gonna say, which means I'm having fun. So.
There you go.
He was blown.
All right. All right. So Memento, and what else do you have?
We've got the Kings of Strings self-titled.
Mhm.
So we've got, let's see, what, eight or nine?
About 8 or 9 on
self-titled?
the first one.
Yeah.
Second one's got like 10,
Yeah.
12.
Okay. And
So,
all
little-
of it digitally available on all the usual platforms and all that good stuff.
Got it.
You on Bandcamp, by the way, or
I don't believe we are.
You say Bandcamp?
Bandcamp?
I don't believe we are.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's a give and take, but here's the thing: you probably are not going to get the so-called amount of listens that you get with the bigger ones, but it's actually something that you can almost set up your own page. In fact, we can actually do that if you want to ask Alan. Something separate from Bandcamp, but basically the gist of it is it's still the musician's place because you can set up your own digital availability for your releases, and it looks just like the album. You put the album cover on there, and you can click the songs, listen to them, buy them digitally, buy just one track, not the whole thing. You can send it as a gift, but the first Friday of every month, every penny that you make off that record or release is yours.
The first Friday.
The first Friday of every month. So say you sell your whole release for $10, you get $10.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Again, it's
Not bad.
the quantity of people that are going to find you may not be as great, although they bullshit you. You know, they say when you got like 2,500 listens, that means 2,500 people checked you out for a few seconds, go, oh, what's that? And then they move on. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
makes
even
sense.
when it's not Bandcamp Day, though, they still have the best percentage
Yes.
because it's a 70-30, whereas they get 30, you get 70. All the other platforms are 95-5, and you get 5%.
Yeah, tilted in their
A little
favor.
better than the rest, yeah.
So enjoy that while you can. I champion them. I think they're awesome. You can, and what I love about Bandcamp is that's how I discovered Otoboke Beaver.
Oh, is it really?
That we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I just ran across them by accident. I'm like, holy shit, who are these girls?
On like what, a Discover feature?
Yeah, but
Okay.
but it's like smart. I mean, if you ask for Asian punk, you're going to get Asian punk. You're not going to get stupid stuff that has nothing to do with what you ask for.
Okay.
You can find experimental music, noise. I'm listening to metal jazz right now, and I'm loving it. It sounds kind of fun.
kick-ass.
Nice combo.
Yeah, this guy, you know about metal jazz, right?
I've heard bits and pieces here and there. Like I heard good things about that, and I also heard good things about Bandcamp too. So like that's something we definitely look into.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you want to say, okay, I only want to listen to techno music from southern Indonesia. You can find that.
If you type that in, yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So you get what you asked for. That's awesome.
I spent a month getting lost in electronic music from all over the world, and I loved it.
That's awesome.
I loved it.
You never know who makes what.
And I have experimental artists. Yeah, I have experimental artists I know in all different countries around the world. They do actual noise. If you know what that is, noise, Japanese noise, Merzbow, that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can listen to all that stuff too.
Nice.
Anyway, the long and short of it is
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp. Yep.
Bandcamp.
I highly recommend it to anybody that's playing music.
Thanks for the tip.
Look for that soon. We'll probably pursue that.
And you even see the bigger artists. I mean, you're not going to see Taylor Swift on Bandcamp, but you know. Mhm. But that doesn't mean it's just all the the lower.
Underground.
Yeah,
I got you.
you get a little bit of everything. So
I like that. All right. We'll check that out.
Yeah.
Expect something soon. We might be on there.
there you go. All right, and it doesn't take that long. I mean, I was able to load stuff on there, so if I could do it, anybody could fucking do it.
All right.
That's how it goes. It's awesome stuff.
Anyway,
Thank you for that.
let's get back to the music.
All right, Aaron, what do we got next,
We'll
bud?
give you another original off the self-titled album, The Kings of Strings. This one's called Wicked Road.
So, any live shows coming up at all, or?
We did just do one at Canton Brew Works. What was that? It's the 21st.
How is that
Was that
place?
last Saturday?
I've heard
Pretty
of it.
good. They got a new sound system.
Very
in.
nice.
Very nice place. Very nice owner.
Uh-huh.
Load in's easy. That's probably my favorite.
Mm.
Load in, load out's
Well,
really
yeah,
easy.
They just
Easy
got
in,
their
easy out. That's what she said. Yeah, I know.
See,
You walked into that one.
Yeah, I know, straight up.
No,
yeah,
but-
no, the good thing about that place though is they did like Aaron said they
On a need
did
to
just
know
get their
basis.
own PA system.
They had their own sound guy, or?
They don't have a sound guy yet, but since we started going there, he's kind of slowly making playing there better and better. And he's always treated us very well. Jeff, the owner.
So he sounds like he definitely cares, and that's cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cooked us
So, and-
bratwurst the other day.
yeah, we did it. We had an Oktoberfest that he
like
did.
beer and brats.
End of September kind of thing. And
Nothing
he
better
took
than
great care of us. So yeah, great place to.
That's nice.
play.
You know, I've always said, you know, as long as somebody acts like, you know, like they care and give a damn, that's all that matters.
Oh.
You know,
Even if it's just acting.
even that's better. I would rather. I guess I don't know. It depends on the situation of the person. You know, I mean, it's somebody. I've dealt with a lot of people where they were just simply polite and kind of told me what I wanted to hear, but I still could count on them. They would still do what they said they were going to do. So that beats, you know, people feeding you all these, you know, like kissing your ass kind of things. Yeah, yeah. Or turn around and say shit about you when when you're not in the
there.
room. You know, I'd much rather you tell me to my face, even if I don't like it for a moment. I can get over it. I can move on. You know, I can I can still be friends with somebody I disagree with. That's
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's only
Wish
human.
everybody had that mindset.
It's really ridiculous now. It's like everybody around the world has been brainwashed to think that everybody has to think like you as an individual.
No matter
does.
what side you're on.
How are you ever going to learn if you don't at least open up to the other side and at least hear what they got to say? You could still disagree with it, for sure, but you should at least listen to it to form your own opinion.
Right, you know, an intelligent opinion. And the other thing is, please tell me how that aligns with a modern religion, where you can't have somebody disagree with you, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Just gotta love everybody.
That's again,
nice.
we're
Don't
going.
Peace
fake
and
it
love.
till you make it around them, I suppose.
Make it nice.
Peace and love.
That's where we go back to music. I always
That is true. Music is like universal binder.
I bring it up once in a while. You can put 20 people in a room, all different countries, all different religions, all different whatever you can come up with. But if you find a binding music, they can all enjoy themselves in the same room, and it's peace. So
Definitely.
anyway, I really have to shut up, and we got to start playing more music. Damn it!
You're totally.
I just wanted to say, like, our
We're
next
enjoying
show
the
is at
conversation.
Go ahead.
I just want to say our next show is at PJ's Lager House, October 7th. We talk about future shows and like our next live performance. Like
Oh,
we're,
yeah.
Like we're playing some other bands there.
It was formerly PJ's. I think it's just Lager House.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
New management.
But yeah.
It's
Lager
going to
House.
take a long time. He made his mark there. He's a wonderful man. So I don't blame you.
Yeah, yeah. Great guy though.
Great spot.
Great spot.
Yes,
That too.
it
Great
is.
spot. Great guy. But yeah.
All right. So what do we have now?
Well, we're going to slow it down a little bit. We got another song off the first album called Take Me From the Sun, and I'm actually going to have Jake step in here and
This is an older one.
give me a little bit of a vocal break.
A little bit.
Scary.
Until I come back in later, but, you know.
I'm waiting for Luke now. I mean,
He's coming. Oh, he's.
We're amping it up.
We're a couple
Worry
songs
not.
away from Luke's debut.
Worry not.
Don't worry.
He'll
He-
be there.
let's build up the suspense.
You'll feel it when you'll know when he's singing. I'll just say that.
All
So
right.
This song's about 6 years old. Wrote it in high school. So let's run it. It seems to me my path is twisted. I have nothing to show. The ones I hold beside me, they know just where to go. Please don't let my mind ache. Keep me as one. When my eyes go blind and my legs go numb, show me the direction to run. Oh, take my life and take me from the sun.
the sun.
All right.
Well, something like that.
And all strings intact. Yay.
Still there.
So far, so good.
All right. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. but- All right. So October 7th, Lager House.
October 4th.
Or October 4th, rather.
Okay, that's so
Yeah.
that's Friday, October 4th, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I had my dates mixed up. I should have looked, but yeah, like Friday, October 4th.
All right, we won't fire you yet, but
All right. Appreciate it.
I always
remember
introduce
that
him
for
as
next
the
time.
backbone of the band.
that's okay. That's okay. He's the one that actually remembered the show itself, so I mean,
That's how it goes. Holds us
You could
together.
do that. That's true.
you can't bitch at him. You know?
No, you cannot.
Thank you, Noah.
So you don't remember offhand who you're playing with, though, right?
I think.
Shag Nasty.
Yeah, like
And The Nasties.
that's right.
Two different bands. They just
Oh,
don't have
so
the
that's a show that Sherry's putting on, isn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Yep, sure, clear.
Molly Hatch.
Yeah, I work with her all the time. Not
Say with
like
Harpo.
together personally, but
Oh,
you know, she brings things
It was
my
just
way, I bring things her way,
watered-down
et cetera,
beer.
et cetera. You know.
Spent, you know,
Gotcha.
make as much
She's
profit
bringing
as
a band called The
possible, bring as
Dogs
many bodies
on
in,
the 18th.
You know,
Where?
they would allow you to get
Lager
into
House.
fights.
Oh,
and
same
all they would
place,
do
huh?
was break it up.
I'll
They
try to be
weren't
as brief as
proactive,
possible
they
because
were
we
reactive.
really need to play
Sure,
more
sure.
songs. The Dogs were originally from Grand Rapids. They moved to Detroit and they lived and did their thing in
You
the
didn't
Wayne
care.
State campus
It was
way
Friday
back in the
night.
day. They have
What
played
sounds
on the same
the
bill with
best?
the MC5 more than once.
Ooh, okay.
And they never made it to the big time, but they opened up for in the late 70s now we're talking, not like recently. They
I would've liked
opened
that
up for bands like
musically,
Kiss,
but
Cheap Trick,
Harpo's-
Heart, all those ones. Punk band.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
And they're still at it. They're still going strong. They actually played with me, and Alan and I had them at the Henry
Somebody
Ford
who
College
was it, got shot
studio. They did a
and
live
killed,
set.
a musician
played
in
over
the
there?
early
That's
90s.
Yeah. Now you want to talk about punk? This guy thought that we were going to have a drum kit like that there.
Yeah.
No drum kit.
Oh, no? So what, did he show up with no drum kit?
No, but you know what he did?
What?
He asked for a large wastebasket.
And he played on that.
We got a large wastebasket from the hall, brought it in, and if you listen to a recording of it, you almost can't tell the difference.
Wow.
Jimmy
Okay.
Doom
He
was
said
Is
that
there a
was-
recording of
was a
that?
band that was
Oh, yeah.
very-
That's insane.
But you
Okay.
got to go to
Local band.
WHFR.FM
He was
and
one of the
look it up.
nicest guys
It's
you
probably
ever met. He
from,
wasn't high, he wasn't
God, I
drunk.
want to say
He got
like 6 years
carjacked.
ago.
He even
something
said,
like that.
Okay.
It's a hell of a drummer.
"Here's the keys. Take 'em."
But
Yeah, on a
But that's how
on a
that's,
waistband.
I'm not gonna
that's
give
a
you any fight.
professional. He
They
said,
still
that's
shot
all
him
right.
and
Don't
killed
worry
him.
about it, man.
It took a
You got a
long
wastebasket
time for him to
somewhere.
die.
I didn't
I
believe
mean,
at
a
first.
long-
And he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Innovation at
He-
its
he was
finest.
quietly
cool.
judged
That's
and
awesome.
the
What do you
whole
think, Noah?
music
Could you do
community
that?
knew about it, but, you know,
I mean, I'd be able to try.
the thing is when
Well,
you're at
I mean, you
Harpo's,
said you started out
my
on other
nephews tried
things.
to
You
go
just go
to
back
a
to the roots, right?
rap
No,
show.
yeah, that's totally right. Because like we had an old drum set back at
And I
my
told him
house,
he's-
like that my cousin had, and like I didn't even have like a kick drum or anything, but I would set them up like on toy chests and
I'm a
stuff like
warrior.
that, and then like I
I'll go
said, just grab
anywhere
kitchen
for a
utensils
concert,
and
not Harpo's.
bang away until I got my
Even I'm not
first
that
official drum
strict.
set when I was
You have to
14 for
understand
my
that even
birthday.
if you
But
are
I mean,
in
if you're
trouble,
doing
with
stripped
the
down like
exception
old
of
school
if you're
punk,
lucky
you don't
enough to
need a
have
bunch of
bystanders that might
toms and
try
all
to
that.
catch
No,
you.
exactly,
And that
yeah.
was
It's
back
gotta
when
have
you
that
didn't have
rhythm.
cell
Yep,
phones.
just need
It's
the
not like you
backbeat.
take a-
And that's
a
what he
picture
did,
and here,
so-
this is what's happening.
Anyway, let's do another
Or
one.
even call 911. It was inside the building.
This song is called Lack of Communication.
But
It's
that
off of
being said,
Memento that just
you know,
came out.
If you even get somebody that
get your
is
song
in the
next.
neighborhood that even cares, you're still going to approach a junkie, a dealer, a hooker, or an old person that they can't be of any help to. Even the cops wouldn't go there unless there was actually something like that. And back then, and
Got
I
a
know this 'cause
situation.
My father was a
Got no
Detroit
time for
cop.
relaxation.
They weren't going to risk their
Severe
lives. It's not like they didn't
alteration
care, but then
from
if
lack
they
of
went in there
communication.
while it was still going
Gotta
on,
meet
it
the
was
realization that this
'Cause
lack
they
of
couldn't
communication
control
is
the
driving me insane. We gotta work our jobs. We gotta make that pay. We can't sit inside. You gotta finish the day. And that's what I say. Just stay the hell out of my way. Lack of communication. Lack of dedication. We got the reservation. I can feel that suffocation. Final alteration. Lack of communication. My shift is done. Now it's
of communication.
Sounds like a
I
band to
take it
me.
with a grain of
Yeah.
salt. I don't take each side, but I think
Could be.
Song named Double as a
regulars on
band.
both sides.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Guys, we're changing the name.
We're changing the name. Lack of communication. Well,
I had a few bands that come in here and they say this one's untitled, and they'll even say, well, it used to be called this, but now it's called that. You know?
the old placeholder names.
Yeah, it depends on what mood they're in. You know what's going on in their lives. you
We
know.
got a couple
For
of
us,
those
usually
roll through.
the placeholder name usually sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I had to change the name of this due to a lawsuit from my ex.
Yeah,
No.
but that was hit and miss. You had to really know which ones to go to and which ones not.
Lou, I think
And it
for this
wasn't-
next one, if I'm correct, the name is set in stone, right?
Oh, this one is
This is yours?
This is one I get to sing.
Looky.
We wrote this one back in high school. It's been through a lot of revisions, but we've finally tightened it up to where we want it now. So this one's called Dead Man Walking. Unreleased.
Unreleased.
And the thing is yeah, we're good. Yeah, but I'll say one more thing. But the thing is back in the day, I'm not saying it
When I was just young and free, my innocence let me be. Who I was not. My life to pay makes me rot. I sit in a cell, God send me to hell. As time crawls on past this gate, I lie here and await my fate. Judgment used as a tool. Chant of the innocent fool. Judgment decides, do I live or do I die? I can't take this shit no more. For the love of God, please open the door. I'll speak the lies you told me to say. Then no soul will have to pay. They cut their wrong eye. The truth is a lie. Gotta lose this strong obsession. I must avoid insane regression. As time draws near the final curtain of this fate, I am not certain. I said my goodbyes. It's time to
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
The guard opens up the door. The light I will see once more. A second chance at life. Another roll of the die. My fate's been sealed. I took the devil again.
probably put it on whatever our next release is. But I don't have a date on that yet, so we're gonna have to
See, because we had this recording, we're already going to have a pirate bootleg by tomorrow.
You guys are the first one.
That's great. Wonderful. All right. I know we got time for at least 2, maybe 3. We'll see what happens.
About what we got left, so.
See how that all falls?
You're welcome for breaking my stream, guys. Really wanted to make sure we stay on schedule
honestly,
here. That's no big deal.
Give us time to talk a little bit.
I'll buy another pack. Don't even worry about it.
What you didn't know is that was planned the entire time. Jake
I have
intentionally broke it.
Blade on the edge of this.
Put an X-Acto knife on my mic.
So you guys are all good.
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, well.
No, we like
I
them.
copied him.
I just love humbuckers, and I know I could have gotten a Strat with humbuckers or something else, but I don't know. I always like the style of it. You can call me old if you want, even though I'm in
Yeah, well,
But-
you know, I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, I like both actually. I had one of those, the actual custom version. No one can afford the damn things now. You know, you got to get the Epiphones unless you really are a rich man.
20s. Hey, but even the Strat,
There's still lots of drug,
even the Strat I have is a Squire. I never, it's so expensive for them.
My father actually played the original Fenders. So he actually was it went put it that way. But, you know, this Fender, you could tell just by picking it up that it was real.
Heavier.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, you could hurt someone seriously with that. You know, Pete Townsend couldn't take that guitar and just hit it once and break it. You know, he'd have to really go at it, you know. But anyway, yeah, I love Gibsons, and yeah, it's just a shame, you know. Those things are like on sale, like $4 or $5 grand now or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Part of the New Year models, yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
Was it?
I was like $350 Black Friday.
56.
And that was also like 2016, cheaper, but that's
Yeah.
neither here nor there.
Let's not even go there now.
We'll be here for hours.
We're gonna do the music instead.
Oh yeah, let's do it. What do you have
Yeah.
next?
So these are also going to be off that Memento album, the second one we put out. Couple Headhunter, and Between the Cushions.
All right, we'll do Headhunter and then we'll say our goodbyes and then you can go last.
Cool.
All right.
Sing it easy, talk to talk, don't judge. Don't judge, it's the way as you go and make your own. Don't judge, I get the feeling you're a dummy in the wrong. Don't judge, as I see what I have found. Though if you said were not for me, I'd have to disagree. Would you allow me before I try to breathe? Tell me how can I fall short if I just gave you me? You do
Close enough to guess.
before I try to breathe. You think I deserve more? It's what I fought for.
Sits alone by a lamppost. I know it's a cover. Trying to find a thought that's escaped her mind. It's a good voice check. She says there's a one I love the most. He stops not far behind. She never lets me in, never tells me where she's been. She's had too much to drink. I said that I don't care, I just run my hands through her dark hair, and I pray to God you'll help me spy away and just let her cry. If the tears fall down like rain, let her sing. What's that? Oh. It's a pretty good mix. The guitar might be here loud. Just over top of the vocals. Yeah. I can hear both pretty fairly even now. Yeah. I hate when I...
Alan, can you hear me loud and clear?
I can hear you.
Through the microphone, you can hear me loud.
I can hear you.
You're good. I'm only going to talk when you're not playing, so that's all that matters.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to, if you haven't noticed, that's okay, no worries. I always introduce the show. I always introduce you. We're going to be ambiguous. We're going to do another song. We're chatting from the fireplace or beers or coffee, whatever floats your boat. If you need to do a cover, if you get like, okay, I just need a minute to.
I'm fine. I just know that that's a good song where you get a good, for him to get a good sound and figure out what I'm doing.
Yeah, no, no worries, but I'm just saying, just the worst case scenario.
Right.
Not gonna screw up your performance. As long as you don't play something super popular that's been played to death on the radio.
You don't want to play any Edwin McCain? Okay.
Right.
I will. I think I hear pretty good, and I can hear him, so I think I'm all right. As long as I have enough of each to where I don't, it's not getting buried by the other one, I'm good.
Jake? Okay. Lou? I think we're good.
I'm used to bad sound because I do open mics all the time.
We really enjoy it.
I don't mean, but you guys have bad sound. I'm used to like having to try and pick the guitar out or the vocals out because they're not. You know, it's fine.
All right, so you see the clock right there, right?
Yes, I do.
It doesn't. It's not going to.
That means I have to go back to the doctor
right at the top of the hour, but it probably will.
Damn.
So you can always look at that. You'll know that we need to go to 8
As long as it
o'clock.
gives me
Even if you
good
go 8:01, 8:02, but we don't want short.
Good for you.
So
No problem.
All right,
I'll work
so
with you
let's
to
do
make
one
sure that
more.
happens.
I'm going to sign off.
I
what are
got
you
10
gonna
songs
finish
here,
off
and I
with?
got more that I can just pull out of the air.
This
So
one,
we're good.
I think you had a
So
pretty big
if
part
I
playing
announce
this
you,
one.
I'll announce you at the end.
Call
You
this one
finish off
Between
with
the
the song.
Cushions.
I don't come back. The last song is yours, and done.
Okay.
1, 2,
Fair enough.
3,
Yep.
4.
So he needs an extra 30 seconds, but we're all good. That performance you're seeing is from September.
Yeah, he was saying that because you were running it today. Normally you would be doing the first hour with me.
To make it easier on him, and it worked out beautifully because it's Movement Festival weekend, and there isn't a lot of shows going on. Any venue
Right.
that has a half a brain is not going to try to compete with it.
Yeah, that's true.
They might do something just to get some bodies, but they're not going to throw themselves into the bridge.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't care who you are.
Well, that means that nobody has anything better to do than to watch us on here. Right?
I don't have the money.
That's just my story.
Yeah, I don't
I'm just
have the,
making it up as I go.
I don't have the money. I would, if the money was no object, if somebody paid for it, I'd go and enjoy it. But not for that cost.
No.
I went there for the first couple of ones when they were absolutely free, and you got the same thing you're getting today.
Yeah. It always ends up like that about the money, doesn't it?
And if you totally understand, that's why I always want to watch those things at the beginning when I still can.
When the new festivals come along, they're cool for a while, and then they come back.
Except for Guns. But
Yeah.
seriously, no. We're going to keep it that way as long as we can, but eventually I'm going to have to retire. Hey, I can only do so much.
Yep, that's true.
He's almost there. He'll point to me and we'll know.
Yep, I'm gonna hold this off. So.
trembling nightmare torn at the seams. Still thinking what I'm trying to say. I left my hand between the cushions, feeling some kind of way.
Yep.
Still
Gotcha.
thinking what I'm trying to say. I left my hand between the cushions, so we'll talk another day. Still thinking what I'm trying to say.
All right. Good evening, one and all. Welcome to another 11 Mile Sessions Live. This is exactly live as you are watching it if you're here with us right now. It is Thursday. It's Memorial Day weekend. Most of you are probably preparing for the Movement Festival. And hey, if you enjoy that, I would enjoy it too if money was no object, but enough of that. I hope you enjoyed that performance. That was pre-recorded. That was the King of Strings. They performed this past September 24. It was a great performance. I really enjoyed it. I relived it for a little bit there, and every once in a while I get time to do that. Not often, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Anyway, to get to what we're doing now, we have Vince Smith, also known as Motown Vinny. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but for the most part, he's here to do what we always do here. He's got some wonderful songs to play for us. We're going to chat in between, find out a lot more about him, just to relax and enjoy ourselves. So without further ado, thank you so much for coming down to play for us,
Well,
Vince.
thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. And I'm going to ask questions, and of course, I don't know enough about you, and we're going to find out together, the rest of us, the viewers, the listeners, more about you. So what would you like to start out with?
Well, let's see. There's the elephant in the room that everyone seems to know. Since I'm on TV, people have probably figured out by now that my guitar is upside down. I'm a left-hander, and this is a right-handed guitar strung the right-handed way. And I've been playing that way for 40 years, and my brother had right-handed guitars laying all over the place, and I just started picking them up and playing them, being left-handed, and eventually he just gave up and started buying me guitars that were right-handed. And, I've been doing it ever since, and it's kind of like, I figured I might as well get that out of the way. And
some guitarists are like that, some famous ones, and I was one of those people that I was left-handed, and everybody tried to tell me, well, you got to do it this way.
Right.
And I found out I actually could play guitar perfectly right-handed. There was a lot of things I couldn't do that way. I couldn't bat left-handed. But I had the struggle playing baseball. If I was in the outfield, I had to literally catch with my left hand, take the mitt off, I had to catch with my right hand,
Yes.
take the mitt off, and throw with my left hand. I got used to it after a while, but that was that seconds that meant all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I played Little League, and they never really tried to do that to me. They always just bought me a left-handed glove, which was,
I tried that. It didn't work. And when they tried to have me bat left-handed, and when I finally started batting right-handed, all of a sudden it went out of the park. I couldn't even swing and get a hit with my left hand.
That's wild if you're a lefty like that.
It took a friend to say, why don't you try it the other way? And I said, well, everybody's telling me to do it this way. Just try it. Like, wow.
First thing I want to tell everybody, never listen to what everybody else tells you.
There you go. That's a very
You know what I
important
mean?
life lesson.
Just do your own thing, man. If you do what other people want, you're going to end up being a very unhappy person.
Wow.
So, be authentic and just be yourself and do what you're going to do. And, if you're doing things just because you think what other people are going to think of what you're doing, you're limiting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've had people tell me for years, why don't you just go get a left-handed guitar? And, no.
Nope.
As I've been doing it for so long that I don't even notice it anymore, but everyone else does the first time they see me. And then after a while, they're just like, they don't even pay attention to it anymore. It's just like, okay, cool, he plays like that.
You'd have to start all over again to do that, and you'd probably never get where you're at right now.
Well, yeah. I can play a little bit. All the chords are upside down. It'd be like if I showed you my chords, you would be like, oh my God, that's backwards. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So, when you got to cheat with your thumb because you're playing a G chord, that's, because I'm playing upside down, I have to do whatever I got to do to make them happen. You know.
Yeah. You learned, the pinky does the thumb, or vice versa, or whatever it takes.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Enough of that. Let's get started.
Normal G chord would be like this. My G chord is like this.
Yeah. I had to
It's
do
just how
that.
it is.
I had to do that anyway. That's how I was able to play a right hand. I had to do that. So.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's something that is like second nature to me because I'm doing it so long. But, every once in a while I get somebody you'll go out and play somewhere and the guitar players will go. They'll get that dog listening to something look on their face where they tilt their head to the side and what is he doing? And then you'll see them talking to each other going, what is going on with that? So, but anyways, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I just kind of wanted to get that one out of the way. And I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm from Livonia, Michigan. I've been doing this for a long time, and I have a lot of music out. You can find me on Spotify and all that. Vince Smith Music. I'm going to play some of my original stuff today as we go here. So we get all that spiel out, and now I can play, right? Sure.
Oh, certainly.
All right. The last album I came out with, I'm working on a new one now, but the last one I came out with is called Breaking All the Rules in the latter half of 2023. And I'm going to play some songs off of that and a couple other ones too. This is a song called Skeletons. I just thought of something. Can I swear? Okay. Because I forgot this is the only song I have that has a swear word in it. Too many skeletons in the closet of pain. Why won't they just stay buried? Too many temptations are calling my name, but I know that I'll regret it. Too many times I've compromised how I feel. Too many games I found out I'm playing for real. Too many whispers alone in the dark, filling me with self-pity. Too many doubters throwing their shade, making me feel so shitty. Too many times I found out I was flying so loose. I messed that up. Too many games I found out I'm playing for real. Hold on a sec. The string is pinched. The high E string is like not there. Stupid capo. Too many times I compromised how I feel. Too many games I found out I'm playing for Too many skeletons. The song's called Skeletons.
All right. And refresh my memory again. That's from a release called
Breaking All the Rules.
Okay, when did that come out?
2023. You're looking at it on the floor. I'll pull it up and we'll show it at some point.
No worries, no worries. So I'm seeing 2 CDs down there. Is that all the releases or just the physical ones?
There's some digital ones. Those are the physical ones, other than an older one that I don't have a copy on me. The other one is from 2021. It's called Undeniable. So that's where that one's from. But yeah, there's 13 songs on Breaking All the Rules, and it's full band. which is the first one that I did that has full band with MIDI drums and bass and everything on it. And that song's got violin on it.
Anybody we might know, or doesn't matter, but
I did most of the instrumentation on the album. The only couple things that weren't me where I hired somebody to do some violin, because like the person that was supposed to do it for me it didn't feel right, so I had hired a session player, and they did a really nice job on it. And the other one, the other song is called Dreaming Away, which I'm going to play. And 28-time Detroit Music Award winner keyboard player Mark Andrew Speck played piano on that.
Mark?
Yes.
I'm not good friends with him. He's been on here more than once.
Everybody knows Mark.
I book him. He's been around since the 70s. Sweet
Oh,
Crystal.
yeah, 50 years right now.
50 years. They just celebrated recently.
He's going to be, I'm going to see him again Sunday because we're doing an open mic in Clawson.
Say hi for me.
I will, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, him and Jan will be there.
Him and his wife are
they're
wonderful
the
human
sweetest
beings.
people in the world. They really are.
Yeah.
But yeah, he played piano on that song for me, and I just sent it to him, and I said, hey, we'll get together, we'll do a rehearsal, right? It'll be cool. He sends me a track. I put it on there, and it was perfect, and I was like, oh, I don't have to do nothing. He just sent me this, and I'm like, that's amazing.
You couldn't find a finer human being or
No.
musician to back you up.
No, I can't tell you how much respect I have for that man. He's a dynamo, man. When he plays solo, he's on the floor, laying there playing the piano.
That's how I usually book. That's how I usually book him, because he's a go-to when I
solo, but never alone. That's him.
Yep.
But yeah, Mark is awesome, man. He played on another friend of mine's album too recently, so he's just a giving person.
All right.
But let me play that song since we're talking about it. It's on the same album.
Sure.
This is a song that's about. Sometimes I think some people would probably rather have a really good imaginary girlfriend in their life than they would a real one that sucks.
You don't have to explain that one to me.
But that's what this song is all about. The song is called Dreaming Away. I'm sure the lyrics will kind of give that away. So, all right, try this. You confound me, you astound me with the strength of your love. Boy, what's wrong with you? You came down like an angel from the heavens above. When I reach out to touch you, you're never there. You slip right through my fingers, just like the air. Such a shame that you're just a figment of my imagination. Just a thought in my mind, I'm hoping to find. Till then I'm dreaming away. I'll keep dreaming away. I would sleep all day just to dream you someday, dream you someday. You engage me, you enrage me with the distance you keep. I should just let you go, but the price is too steep. Such a shame that you're just a figment of my imagination. Just a thought in my mind, I'm hoping to find. Till then I'm dreaming away. I keep dreaming away. I would sleep all day just to dream you someday, dream you someday. It's an endless longing for lips I can't kiss, and I don't care if it don't exist. Reality's far too real for me. My Such a shame that you're just a figment of my imagination. Just a thought in my mind, hoping to find. Till then I'm dreaming away. I'll keep dreaming away. I would sleep all day just to dream you someday. Dream you someday, and then I'm dreaming away. I'll keep dreaming away. I would sleep all day just to see you someday. See you someday. See you someday. See you today.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay.
And the crowd goes, oh, there's no crowd.
Yeah.
Ah, I
the
love
days
that
of the females throwing the panties at you on stage are over with.
Yeah, unless you're Tom Jones, I guess.
Yeah, he's still got it.
It's not unusual for that to happen with him. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the few people that gets that one. Yeah. Awesome.
Reminds me of Mars Attacks. Anyways,
Mars Attacks. I forgot about that one.
yeah, where he's in the movie and he's doing the song. And
You know, I seen the movie like when it came out. So
yeah,
I
it's
don't
been
have-
it's been a while. It's been around for a while. So but yeah, I mean that's like I said. If you can hear in the background, you can hear Mark playing piano behind it. You know, if you go listen to the studio recording on Spotify or the CD or whatever, you can hear his excellent playing in the background. And he does like in that solo part where I'm not singing is like a beautiful little piano part. You know that he did for me. Fantastic.
You know who he reminds me of, but not for any personal reasons. But Dio was like that. Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
He always remained humble. There was always interviews where he would invite the warm-up acts, even if he wasn't the headliner, to join him and his wife for like a barbecue, not a party session, but he could
Right.
tell the bands that were like, okay, they're nervous. I mean, they're good, but they're nervous. So I always put them at ease at the beginning. And he always said, I don't care if I'm the headliner or the warm-up act, no matter how much I've done in the past. I'm here because I enjoy it.
Right.
I'm here for the right reasons. So when he would open up for Iron Maiden on their 85 tour after he was headlining with Black Sabbath 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But he was
yeah.
okay with that. And
Yeah.
that's Mark. He's like, I'm just here because I love playing music. I love sharing my music. I love whatever.
He's like that, and he inspires me a lot to be a better person because he's just the way he handles things is just
And that's
he's
why
a super cool guy.
that's why he's so at peace, and he's still with the same woman he's been with for
Yep, that's very true. That's
just my
very true.
personal opinion. But hey,
Match made in heaven, right there.
there you go. All
But,
right, so I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to keep things rolling. But
Sure.
so far, I'm enjoying this, and
Well, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm gonna let's see. Where should I go now? I'm gonna go back an album, just because let's mix it up a little bit. The album before that was called Undeniable. Undeniable is all acoustic. There's like a little bit of solo work and stuff going on, but it's not full band. There's no drums or really anything going on. And one of the biggest successes that I've had was a single that came off of that album called Balance the Scales. I wasn't really going to play that. I don't know why I mentioned it. But anyways, that song is probably, I think it's got like about 60,000 streams on Spotify. So that's probably the biggest one that I have.
so you got to be living pretty well on the royalties, right?
Oh, yeah. 60 cents, man. I bought a cup of coffee back in the day. So, but yeah, I mean, it's more of a numbers game than anything else. It's not about money.
That pays for the topping on the coffee now.
Yeah, that's like you might be able to get the whipped cream. That's about it, or the sprinkles.
All right, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, I was reading a thing about Bon Jovi. They got 1 billion streams for "Living on a Prayer." That's only $3 million for 1 billion streams. That's crazy.
And the sad thing is, he doesn't need it, and he doesn't care.
No. He needs to split it up amongst us.
Yeah, but he works. He works
'Cause we need
soup
it.
kitchens. You know that.
He's got restaurants where he has people come in and eat for free because He's a super cool guy.
Yep.
Anyways, okay. So, anyways, this is probably the one that people recognize the most off of that album.
Okay.
This is a song was inspired by a movie called The Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger. It's all about like changing your fortunes, or taking life to a new place instead of the same old thing. Yeah, it is a great movie. I love that movie. And this song is called "Change Your Stars."
All right.
Okay, there we go. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Breaking through your limitations is the hardest thing to do. But the truth of your situation is all that's stopping you is you. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage just to get yourself up off that floor. But each time you do, you will discover it's easier than before. You've got to change your stars. Change your stars. Change your stars. You can't help your circumstances, but you can't let them hold you down. Just flip the script and do things your own way, and you'll find the key to turn your life around. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage just to get yourself up off that floor. But each time you do, you will discover it's easier than before. You've got to change your stars. Change your stars. Change your stars. Sing it with me now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Sometimes it takes a lot of courage to get yourself up on that floor. But each time you do, you will discover it's easier than before. You've got to change your stars. Change your stars. Change your stars. One more time now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Change your stars.
All right. Nice. So
tables, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So let's talk briefly about. I always ask this of anybody. It's like, without talking forever. Like, how did you get started with this as far as the music goes? Like, when was the time you realized that you wanted to do this? Not necessarily professionally, but you say, "Hey, I'd like to do this. I might be good enough to do this," and
Well, I kind of have two of those answers for you.
Okay.
Just real quick. Back in like the late 80s when I got started, I'm older than I look. So, but no, I mean,
you still got that baby face.
I know,
regardless
I do.
of everything else
I've
that's going on.
Been using that beef tallow. No, I'm kidding. The 80s, like in the 89 area, I was more of a bass player, and I played in bands, and that was more of a beginning as far as I can do this musically, and I learned to do a lot of backup harmonies at that time, singing in bands. Like I was in a band called Shady Lane for a while that was real close to getting a record deal. Didn't quite happen, kind of blew up. We played a lot of clubs around here in Detroit in like 89-ish area. And I've been in a lot of different bands since then and stuff, but the second time around was in the 90s. In the mid-90s, I started to be enamored with all this acoustic stuff that was coming out as far as that goes, and that's how I kind of shifted over into this and did more of a solo thing, and that's when I started doing that. 94, I think, was the first recording I had. There's an EP that was just a recording at some bar in Allen Park called Concert in the Park. And it was just, 7 songs that I played on stage, and the guy just happened to have recording equipment.
Nice.
So
happy accidents.
Yeah, and I sounded pretty good, so I put it out as an EP, and that was like the first thing I did was in 94, I think. Something like that. But then, 98 came along with like Killing Time is a song that was like a big song for me for a long time. And just, went on, and I came out with a CD in 2000 and something.
Okay.
2009, sure. There was a big gap in between recording.
Hey,
where I
life
was just playing
happens.
shows and stuff, But I mean, seriously, in the last 2 or 3 years, I've been doing, or I should say more the last 4 or 5 years, has been more of a serious attempt at continuing to write and put music out, and it's been a lot more of an inspirational and creative process than it's ever been in my life.
Okay.
So,
your story is not unique, but I understand. I mean, you have life, you have responsibilities, you have to adjust it to that. You can't just keep. Some people are lucky; they can keep doing it or whatever. But especially in the last 15 years, it's you can't do this for the money. You can't.
No. So. Yeah, I've been married for 16, going to be 17 years pretty quick here.
So it came later in life.
So, everything came later in life for me, pretty much. I mean, they say I'm a late bloomer,
Wow.
They also say I'm a black sheep, so I don't know where that comes from. But.
I have no idea either.
I'm wearing all black right now, by the way.
Oh, you think you're Johnny, do you?
It's kind of gloomy out, so I figured I'd just dress up in all black. I figured it might pop on the camera a little bit.
The original Man in Black.
Yeah. I actually have a Johnny Cash shirt, and I don't wear it because it's too big. It's too small. It, rides up. But I love the shirt, but I can't wear it, so.
I love it. Which one is it?
Oh, gosh. Someone with the big star on it, like the newer ones. I've had it for a couple of years.
Do you ever seen the ones where he's literally flipping you off?
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw a video with him and somebody else where somebody was doing alternate words to I Walk the Line and making them laugh. It was really funny. God, I can't remember. It was Roger Miller, maybe? Maybe. Anyways. But
I actually remember because my dad was a huge fan. I literally remember the time when he had just finished, playing at Folsom.
Yeah.
And, hey, we're going to make a record of this. And he could relate because he was the real deal. All the stuff he wrote about and dealt with, that was him. That wasn't writing stories.
Yes, he was a true troubadour and a true, folk singer. He lived all the songs.
Yeah.
And to be honest, a lot of mine are like that too. I've lived them. I could tell stories all day, but we only got an hour.
Thank God they're not as intense, like going to prison or.
That one's coming up next. No.
Oh.
No,
well.
mine are more. A lot of my songs end up being more emotional stuff, like.
Which is fine.
Relationships and just, things like that. But, Change Your Stars is more of an inspirational song, which I need to write more of those. But I'm working on a new album right now just for the camera. This is Breaking All the Rules.
Yep.
That's the CD that came out in 23, and you can find that, like I said, on Spotify and all that. This is Undeniable. This is the one that came out. Move my hand off the name of the CD. Went the wrong way. There. Okay. That's Undeniable. Came out back in 21. And I am working on a new one. The new CD is going to be called Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one single out from it that I had managed to get recorded, and the other 11 songs are to follow at some point.
Any anticipated ballpark, like when it's going to be released?
Sometime this year, I'm hoping. I should be able to get in and get those recorded. But, I mean, the songs are done. It's just a matter of, getting the time in and getting them done. But I got the one song recorded, which I'm going to play. I'm going to play the new single been out for a couple months or so now.
Yeah.
This is a song about somebody who refuses to say they're sorry. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it without getting into all the details. But this song is called Words in Your Mouth. And right now, there just ain't no way through. And right now, there's no getting back to you. But nothing is permanent. Time heals all wounds, but I still need medicine that I can only get from you. But these are words in your mouth, you won't let them come out. Can't bring yourself to say you're sorry, and you've hurt me so much, left me without your touch, till all I have left is this heartache. And all I needed from you is just a word or two from your mouth. And right now, I feel broken inside. And right now, there's no bridging this divide. But nothing is permanent. The time heals all wounds, but I still need medicine that I can only get from you. But these are words in your mouth, you won't let them come out. You bring yourself to say you're sorry, and you've hurt me so much, left me without your touch, till all I have left is this heartache. And all I needed from you, all I needed from you, all I needed from you was just a word or two from your mouth, from your mouth, just a word or two from your mouth. Just needed your sorry.
Yep.
And that's Words in Your Mouth. That's like the newest single that's out on all the streamings. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, TikTok, you name it.
Okay, so 10 more to come eventually?
Yeah, 11.
That one plus 10 or that one?
That one plus 11.
Okay, so it's 12.
12, yes, yeah. 12 altogether, right.
No worries, no worries.
Yep. And yeah, like I said, the songs are done and they're good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with them. I've been playing them a lot out, but they're not recorded yet. So, you know, I have a whole album full of stuff that isn't out yet. So it's kind of weird when you go to play it because people are like, where can I go find that? And they're like, you can't. You can find videos of it because I go to Trinity House in Livonia for open mic, and they have a guy that films. So there's tons of videos of me playing these songs on YouTube from that. So
I would always go to that when they ask, because I'm sure you do, not to give you advice, but yeah, in this day and age, the first thing they think of is like, well, what's wrong with you? You don't have your shit together or whatever.
Right.
They just assume that you're doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm just sitting around.
Yeah.
You know what? When people are creative, a lot of times it is just sitting around, and it's not because you're it's just because you're depressed or just because you're feeling melancholy or you're not feeling creative. And you know, you go through periods like that when you're an emotional, temperamental musician.
Yeah.
You know, there are periods like that. When I wrote Undeniable, I wrote all these songs crazy. I'm like, hey, I wrote this song 2 days ago. I'm playing it at a show. You know, and then when I got done with the album, I didn't write anything for 6 months. You know what I'm saying?
You have to take a break.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just like once you start taking that break, though, it's hard to get back out of that break.
And vice versa.
Yeah, you know. And like this album, when I got done with the next album, then I got done with the 12 songs, then all of a sudden it came to like a crawl when I'm trying to write.
Yeah.
I got 12 songs, and now it's like half songs are coming out and stuff. And
Yeah.
but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But anyways, you get the idea of that.
Yep.
And I'm a little different than most songwriters with the acoustic as far as like I don't sound very folksy. My stuff is more rock and roll-ish or pop kind of thing going on.
Yep.
But I wrote this song for the new album, and I'm going to play it because this is probably the most folksy song that I have. And it's, you know, and I just figured, you know, I don't know how it came out, but it came out, and I was like, wow, this song's really good. And that's not the way I usually write, but it came out pretty good. Are you familiar with the saying, all is fair in love and war?
Yep.
Okay, well, this song is called War and Love.
Okay.
So it's kind of a play on that.
All right.
So, because it's not fair, and I don't care what anybody says. Anyways, this is called War and Love. Battered and broken and covered with scars, wounded in the battle between Venus and Mars. Sometimes you feel like you should refrain. Fate brings you back there again and again. All is not fair in war and love. They drag you down when you try to rise above. There is no difference, they're one in the same. We'll keep on playing these foolish games. Endlessly searching like some kind of quest for someone to help put your demons to rest. Passion and promise keeps you marching on, away from the anguish you've known for so long. All is not fair in war and love. They drag you down when you try to rise above. There is no difference, they're one in the same. We'll keep on playing these foolish games. Oh, a smile to your face, a knife to your back. The battle is on and on. And just when you think you're on the right track, you turn back around and they're gone. Long gone. Battered and broken and covered with scars, wounded in the battle between Venus and Mars. All is not fair in war and love. They drag you down when you try to rise above. All there is no difference. That's a little song called War and Love. I almost said it backwards again. War and Love. Yeah, I'm gonna just jump into another tune. You guys, I appreciate you having me on here. I know that this is a really cool setup, and lots of expensive machinery goes into making this thing what it is. And I'm very happy to be here, and I can't wait to watch it back later. And this is another new one that called Confess to Me. I can hear you guys talking. Anyways, here I go. This is called Confess to Me. So confess to me the way that you feel. Confess to me your secrets revealed. You touched my soul and your scars have been healed. So come to me, baby, and confess to me now. Confess to me now. That's a song called Confess to Me. That's going to be on the new album called Phoenix 2025 at some point.
Okay. And we're patient. Even if it's early 26, we'll be here, right?
Yeah, I'm going to put it out on January 1st, 26, just because you said that. So
there you go. There's so many reasons why people do that.
Yeah.
It's not related, but it made me think of it. Yeah. Even if you weren't into them, everybody knows who Van Halen is.
Yes.
And their output arguably wasn't the greatest because a lot of times they fell back, especially toward the end on covers.
Yes.
Excellent covers. But they had to release one album per year, and they did from 78 to 83. and then 84. It was either Diver Down. Oh, I know what it was. 1984 actually came out at the very, very tail end of 83. Even though it was called 1984, I could be wrong, but what I remembered
They
is,
released it. I thought they released it on January 1st on purpose, like on New Year's Day. I
Or-
might be wrong.
or they did. They might have done both, but they could at least say it was only a year, give or take.
Right.
But that was the goal, and they would tour every year. I mean, they toured in 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
Yes.
And that was the first year they couldn't do a tour and the album at the same time, but they had to just, give or take.
Right. Right.
I mean, I think what it was is 84 official, but you had access to the music before, the countdown.
Yes. Yes. I think they did. I know that Jump came out first because that was the first single.
Maybe the Jump probably came up before January 1st.
Yeah, that's
But-
what I'm thinking. And then, you went after that, you had I'll Wait and all the other great songs that were on the album.
But they were a great mixture of everything. They always played the best 3-4 songs off of each album, and then played what they would consider the best 3-4 songs, and they were mostly radio hits, singles.
Right, right.
But,
Yeah.
But they always did that. They were predictable, but everybody got what they wanted, no matter which.
That's what you're
album.
supposed to do. You know, if you go see Aerosmith and they don't play Sweet Emotion, you're kind of upset, aren't you? If they don't play Dream On, or if they don't play, you know what I mean? Like, you're not getting what you paid for, it feels like. It's like, these are the songs that I know, the big hits that you need to play them, whether you like it or not, because they hate playing Sweet Emotion because they've been playing it for so many years.
Yeah, but they went too far in the other direction. I saw them in '78 in Masonic Temple, so I was there for part of the recording of Live Bootleg.
Oh, wow, cool.
So that was back when none of those songs existed.
Right, right.
It's not that the songs that came out after that weren't good, but eventually got to the point where it was all post 97, 98, whatever the year. It doesn't matter. But you
Yeah.
only got 3 songs before that. And that's what I understand their side of it. They didn't want to play their early hits and nothing else for the rest of their lives. I get it.
Yeah.
But they went too far in the other direction.
Right, I agree. I totally agree. It'd be like if Metallica just decided to play everything from, like the Load on or Black Album on or something, and not play, all the old stuff that people want to hear, like Master of Puppets and all that.
So when I saw them, and I'll let you get back to the music, when I saw them at that Orion Fest at Belle Isle a few years ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You actually got that. They actually did. They literally texted people ahead of time, like right before it happened. Somebody is playing the very first album in its entirety, Wink Wink.
Oh, wow,
And
that's cool.
I can't remember. I think it was Flogging Molly was doing an excellent show, and they even announced it. They said, I normally wouldn't do this, but I love you guys. I know who the real fans are. And he said it very tactfully. We will not be offended, but and he announced it too.
Yeah.
He said, don't worry about us. We got enough fans here, that enjoy us. We're not going to lose everybody. But it was like a herd of locusts went to the other stage.
Oh, gosh.
They played
I believe it.
They played the very first album in its entirety in order.
Kill 'Em All? Or No Life to Leather was actually technically an EP, but...
Kill 'Em All.
Kill 'Em All was the first one, the one with Am I Evil and all that on there, I think.
Yep. In its entirety.
Seek and Destroy, etc.
And they had, they actually had, what do you call it, the sign interpreters?
Oh, really? That's cool.
Not only were they doing the entire lyrics, but they were like into it, and they were actually dancing and bopping and headbanging to the...
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I got to tie up the story real quick, and then we'll do
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Just no,
Sorry.
because I went. The only time I ever got to see Van Halen was with Sammy, but it was at Monsters of Rock with Metallica. So I saw both of them at once at the Silverdome.
Yep.
And that was a really cool show, and that's when I knew Metallica was going to be huge, because once they were done, all the metalheads went. Poof.
So you were there. You
They were
remember
gone.
that one.
Oh, I was there. Yeah, the second show. There was 2 of them. I was there at the second show, and they played. They said, "This is our new strong. It's going to be on the next album. It's called Harvester of Sorrow." That's when they played. They played that live. It was the only song from the new album that they would let anybody hear.
I'm trying to remember. I know Kingdom
It was 89.
Come.
I want to say yes. Kingdom
Kingdom Come
Kingdom Come. Scorpions. Dokken. Metallica and Van Halen.
Yep, and then I think might have been Rat, but there was a couple others. But
Maybe in other cities, but not in Detroit. That was who was in
you,
Detroit.
except for Kingdom Come, you knew the other 5 or whatever it was.
Well, Kingdom Come was basically Led Zeppelin. It was like
Yes,
seeing Zeppelin.
Redux.
It was like seeing Zeppelin open for Van Halen.
Redux. Yeah.
But anyways.
All right, so I'm going to shut up now. How about we do this? You're going to do probably 2 more songs. I'm looking at that. That sounds about right.
Sure.
And I want to thank you so much for coming down and hanging out.
Oh, thank you for having me. I seriously appreciate it.
Pleasure.
This is super cool, and I would love to do it again at some point. I know your schedule is kind of booked up already, but
I don't know.
whenever, you
no
know.
worries. Just reach out to me once in a while. Remind me, and if I can fit you in, it's usually at least 2 or 3 months ahead of time. But
yeah,
I'm not going anywhere unless God decides otherwise.
I'll bring friends. I'll bring a bunch of friends.
Yeah, in the first hour we talked about earlier.
That's
So-
true too. Yeah.
All right. So without further ado. Once again, Vince Smith, also known as Motown Vinny. You know what? When you come next time, let's talk about that for a minute. Not the whole show, but
Right. Yeah.
some.
Just real quick, Motown Vinny was my username when I was hanging around with the people when they were broadcasting on Tap Detroit. Then I ended up having a show on Tap Detroit, and it's like a radio station here in Detroit, and I had a show on there for a long time, and then my friend and I left and started our own station called Alien X Radio, and that was my radio name.
I remember that.
Motown Vinny.
Not Motown Vinny, but Alien X Radio.
Yeah, my friend Keith Samland owns that station, and we were doing it together for a while. But yeah, we did a show called Vinny and the Alien together for 3.5 years.
You know, I think I just vaguely remember that. I mean,
Yeah, it's been around. I mean, it was syndicated all over, like a bunch of different internet stations all over the world for a while. But that, but we'll talk about that more next time. Let me squeeze a couple songs in. Let's see what short ones can I do.
don't worry about the time. Just
No,
2
yeah.
more comfortable. That's all right.
Yep.
No
All right,
worries.
I'm going to do that. And let's see, what did I miss? Okay. The last one, the last album called Breaking All the Rules had 4 singles off of it. I played 2 of them already. I played Dreaming Away and I played Skeletons. The other 2 singles are Breathless, and then there's this one. This one's called Haven. Even when you give me nothing, you're giving me everything. You are the one thing that keeps me from losing my mind. You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. But what I do without you? The years haven't changed me. My heart is still full of flame. And even when I don't like you, I still love you just the same. You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. What I do without you? La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Even when you give me nothing, you're giving me everything. You are the one thing that keeps me from losing my mind. 'Cause you are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. Well, what I do without you? You are my haven, you are my solace in this crazy evil world. You are safe harbor on this stormy sea. What I do without you? song's called Haven. I'm going to break right into something else. I just got to know what it is first. What should I do? I don't know. Oh, let's do that one, yeah. This is the one I was talking about earlier. It's got like, if you're going to have some kind of sort of local fame, someone listening to one of your songs, this song's got about 50 or 60,000 streams on Spotify. It did real well for me as a single. And this is, it was inspired by a song called Last Request by Paolo Nutini, which is a song about, if we're not going to be together tomorrow, then we can at least have tonight kind of a thing. So that's where this comes from, and this song is called Balance the Scales. You say that you're leaving. Yeah, but I refuse to believe. And I know of your grievance, but what is running achieve? We've been together forever, so what's one night more? I think I found the solution we've been searching for. Just hold me closer while the weight of the world is falling away and the heartache's over. And you and I will balance the scales of love. You say you don't need me, but I refuse to believe. 'Cause in truth I know I need you just as much, if not more, can't you see? We've been together a lifetime, so what's one day more? I know we found the solution we've been yearning for. Just hold me closer while the weight of the world is crumbling away and the heartache's over. And you and I will balance the scales of love. You say that you're leaving, but I refuse to believe. Just hold me closer while the weight of the world is crumbling away and the heartache's over. You and I will balance the scales. Hold me closer while the weight of the world is falling away and the heartache's over. You and I will balance the scales of love. Oh, balance the scales of love. You and I will balance the scales.